Hello and welcome to another part on the gamma control and linear workflow tutorials from Geekatplay Studio. And in this part, we start actually looking at our options that provide inside the view, see how we can utilize them, and also work a little bit with the rendering options. We will work on this model of the mansion, which include all tables, chairs, all furniture. Very nice to see how light will apply. And this as a model was nicely supplied giving by John Luke, and you will see this model available for free downloaded from our website. So I will have a link to his portfolio as well to this model to download it for you to play around and try all the settings for inside. If you're going to use this model, it's non-profit used. If you're using for any commercial value or resale, please contact him according to the rights. So reason is why we're going to use internally, because it's better see the contrast between shadows and lights. I notice in some cases when I work, again, it's have a different type of school. One say everything must be correct by numbers, and another says it is, if it's look right, it is right. I'm more actually to the second part, because in some cases you look for artistic um, expression, and sometimes if you look on a Picasso or other ones, it doesn't look right whatever they're drawing, but they express the artistic talent. And in some cases I'll say if it's look right to you, it is right from artistic point of view. But when you start working with architecture representations and presentations, you want to actually properly and correctly apply colors as well. When you work with a movie, when on a film, that is a gamma control is very important, because now you start having very realistic look. So in this case we'll use it internal um, options inside of the building of mansions, and we'll using this one as example. So let's look right now what options we have it. First, we can access options of our gamma control by going main, camera, and open object to edit. This is advanced camera options. Right here you notice we have it gamma control. Okay, so to access, mine is currently I set to 2.2. Let's click on edit, and you have an optional global to enable or disable gamma correction. And by default, if I'm right, it's enable and it's come on 1.8 preset. If you don't want to use any global gamma, you can disable and it will go to original view settings. Okay, next, if you enable gamma control, you can set and play around. Again, preview maybe doesn't work very well in this case, but if you render, it actually can update very easy. So I recommend to use a 2.2. It's what number that have it for the curve compensation for most of the monitors or images that produce. Also, we have it options to enable, disable the for the color editors, material previews. If you start using gamma control, I recommend leaving them checked in, because they allowed you to preview your materials with correct compensation. On that case, you can see if they start be looking very washed out or they look correct. Next, we have a texture map, and here is an input gamma and output gamma. This is correction gamma. For input node, it's meaning any image textures that input into your material. This is apply input gamma. Output gamma will apply to after you apply already functions, filters in every or options. So as normally they should match your in normal cases they should match your overall gamma number as well. So let's click OK in this case. Beside, we have a global apply gamma, and it will work very well. We also have a gamma control per each material. So let's open our material editor. Okay. Now we go to edit function. Okay, let me a little bit shrink down so we can preview right here. This is maybe not the best example. Let me select one of the with the image so we can better see. Okay, so right here we have an image, and you notice right now we have it one small icon. Again, it will apply if you import your UV image or other ones map it. So we have it kind of Y. By clicking on this, we open our image gamma control, and we have a few options. One is called system gamma, which will actually take it to gamma that we apply globally and apply to the material correcting. And next we have it override gamma. Here's the interesting things about override. The view actually logically it's a kind of make more sense, but it's different from when you're using in Cinema 4D or other applications. Normal compensation in Cinema 4D, if you want override gamma, you actually want 1 divided by 2 by 2, so you want going to minus 4.45. Okay, this is normally what you will do in Cinema 4D. In a view, actually override gamma. Gamma will control it. You only need to put a 2.2 or 2.2. It's what you actually correct. So in that case, that will present the material in correct compensation. So instead, what we have it instead this curve, because we apply global compensation, and in other ones it's because in a Cinema 4D, if you have a 2.2 and 2, so you're overcompensating now. You have a way more line, and after it's going down, so you still have very wash out colors. And normal, what you do, you bring down and you're compensating, so you bring to the your black line. In a view, it's actually when you put a 2.2 inside, it will take from your bottom line, not from your overall, and correct it. It's kind of a little bit different on this. Okay, so let's look actually as example. So right here I have it clean scenery, and we'll create couple spheres so we can go ahead and test with them. Okay, we'll take our main camera, reposition. Okay, next let's go to loaded some image. Also, you notice when we're loading map it right here, we have it our Y, and we'll go to set this one on a system. Okay, we'll go to map it picture, and we'll define this to 0.45. It's what we'll do in another ones. Okay. Okay, and let's go to main camera, and ours is enabled for 2.2. Okay, at this point, if we go ahead and render on our screen, you can notice already we have it very washed out on this color, and here we have it more brighter. So the compensation, it's what I was kind of pointing before, it's work a little bit different. So let's go back now, and if we're putting our 2.2, click OK. So you can notice at this point we matching our system. So again, this is just overall, if you start working with the kind of view, is will be a little bit different on those materials compensation as well. If you want it, let's put it even a line, for example 1, which is applied no compensation in this case, and you can notice it still be kind of washing out. So in many cases we handle very nice if you just leave it as a system, so it will be applied. But if you still feel your color is overcompensated, you actually need it even add a little bit more to the point to compensate on some coloring. Okay, this is just a point to show you what is different on the compensation per material that you can apply inside the view. Okay, so other options I want also just mention to you. Let's say you create multiple cameras. Okay, we'll go edit here. We create camera. So we create another camera. Okay, and I say in this camera I want to change my um, gamma control. Again, this is global. So and I'll say I want with one camera have this gamma control with another. So the one thing you need to understand when we apply change to one camera, it's a global. So the gamma control will change on all cameras as well. So it's not camera independent. So just overall, when you work render with multiple cameras, just be sure the camera control will apply to all cameras, not just to the one. Okay, so in our next tutorial, we actually start working on the real scenery inside the building. And how I said before, the inside interior is kind of better representation. You can see details, how you can work with this.